just got home with my thrift haul and the cat is sniffing the cat. He's really into it.
Turn the cat over so you can see.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh, he's got a new friend.
Oh.
Who is that?
He's not so interested in it. I turned it around. What about this, Sparta? Cabbage Patch doll. He doesn't care about that one.
Hi everybody, John here, and if you didn't already know, I'm Cindy's blessed husband. I hope you're enjoying what we've done so far. First of all, go Cubs! Having a good season, knock on wood. Just wanted to say to you all that we want to do different things, Cindy and I, to bring some interest and fun to the channel. It's not all about buying and selling. And so something I wanted to share today with you is a good news story. Cindy and I have talked about this in the past. I'll be reading the news to her and she says, aren't there any good stories out there? And it got me to thinking, yes, there are.
Good news stories.
Good news stories. And so I thought I would just kind of scour the internet. And Cindy and I were thinking we'd like to make this a regular feature. So the first story that I'd like to share with you all is one that really got to me as someone that has 2 children of my own, and Cindy has 2 children of her own. It's a story about a car accident, and as a result of the car accident, a baby in a car seat was completely ejected, thrown over a bridge 25 feet down into a river. A passerby came along, saw what happened, and without hesitation, he just jumped the 25 feet into only 5 feet of water, which could have killed him. But he didn't hesitate. The baby was face down in the water. He turned the car seat over with the baby, and he got her to spit up, and then she began to breathe normally. So hats off to this gentleman, and what a great story. What a wonderful demonstration of someone who disregarded his own safety to save a child. So I hope you enjoyed that little good news story, and there will be many more to come. So if you have a story you'd like to share with us, we'd be happy to post it on this channel. Or if you have any other good news that you'd like to share with us, we'd love to hear it. So thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, and if you have any comments about this, please share those too. Sparta's really getting into my thrift haul.
Sparta loves thrifting.
Yes, he does. He's got to sniff everything. Does that smell good? Hey, buddy. What do you smell? Don't know what he smells, but he's really into it. Do you like Ariel? What about Daffy Duck? Do you like Daffy Duck? Oh, gotta smell the other ones.
That's fine, I guess. Or a light.
Yeah, I think it says something about it being a light on the tag. I've never heard of the brand before.
Pronounced. Oh, it twists.
Oh, he's a unicorn, right?
Yeah. You gotta get this thing.
Cute. Some little girl will want that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Got this at the thrift store and it works. I have to clean them up though. These are good sellers. Especially on Christmas, but it'll sell now. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, this is Cindy Krause with Krause House Sift and Thrift. And what my channel is primarily about is reselling on eBay. I give you tips, topics, and tricks on how to sell. I do a lot of eBay hauls. I do a what sold video. I answer questions. I've given you a tour of my office and my house. I do all sorts of things here, but it's mostly to help resellers, people who are starting on eBay or just want tips about what to buy or what makes good money, that kind of thing. But today, on a personal note, I know I shared with you guys last week that I was starting a diet. It was the type of diet where I cooked all my meals for the week, and it took about 3 hours. That was a good diet, but, and I did lose some weight. I lost about a couple pounds. But, you know, I've been trying a lot of diets over the years. Some of them work, some don't, and some work for, a while, and then I gained the weight back. Well, I discovered that sugar and flour are the enemy. And if I don't get off of that, I'm probably going to be overweight for the rest of my life. So I started this new diet. It's called Bright Line Eating by Susan Pierce Thompson. And the reason I started this is my sister and brother-in-law started this diet November 2019, and they were about 100 pounds overweight, and now they're thin. They look great. My sister's 60, and my brother-in-law's like 65, and they've been overweight most of their lives. Me and my sister, we were thin when we were younger, like all through high school we were thin, and into our 20s. When I started to gain weight was, I noticed at age 25, I no longer could eat what I want. The pounds started coming on, but just slowly and gradually. Then I got married at age 29. I was thin. I lost 25 pounds from my wedding, and I was really thin. That was the thinnest I'd ever been in my life. I'd been about 135 in high school, and I lost weight for my wedding, and I was 128. And I was thin, not an ounce of fat on my body. And my friend even told me, I think you're too thin. But I looked good for my wedding and for my wedding pictures. But after the wedding, they say once you get married, you kind of, fall out of the diet. And that's what happened to me. I started going back to sugar and flour and chips and junk food, and I packed on the pounds. So by the time I was 32 and had my first child, I was already overweight. It was in the 180s. So from 128 to the 180s, like 180 I probably was. But I'd gained quite a bit of weight on my pregnancy because I didn't diet. Well, you're not supposed to diet, but I didn't eat healthy. I ate junk. And so I was already 20 pounds overweight even after I had the baby. So I did go on a diet. I joined Weight Watchers, and I did lose some weight. Plus, when you breastfeed, you lose weight very quickly. So I got back down to where I was. But over the years, I've tried diets. I've tried Weight Watchers many, many times. Always hoping this time will be the time that's going to work. It works for a while, lose some weight, never get to goal. But then, I go off it. And I've done LA weight loss. I lost quite a bit of weight with that. But again, the weight went back. And I'm trying to think what else, other diets I've done over the years. But I think this one's going to really work because all those other diets, I was still eating sugar and I was still eating flour. And my sister Susie and my brother-in-law Dave swear by this. I was like, you're going to do this the rest of your life? And they're like, yeah. And they look amazing. And Susan Pierce Thompson, the one who started this, she was overweight. She weighs what I do now, and she's a size 4 now. So that's motivation. And I've been reading her book, and I'm about, maybe a third of the way through. I'm reading it on my Kindle. But I did skip forward to the diet part. So I started that yesterday. I already lost a pound. My sister said she lost 20 pounds in a month. I've read other people in the book lost 20 pounds in a week. I don't know if I'll do that, but anyway, it's a great diet. If any of you want to get off sugar and flour, it's not as hard as it sounds. Yeah, the only time it's hard for me is when I go in the grocery store and it's like, oh, those donuts look, or the Pop-Tarts or whatever, it's like, but that's going to go away. It's just, it's training your brain to, tell it this is what you're eating. You're eating fruits and vegetables and proteins and fats. You're not eating junk. So I know I'll be successful at this, but I wanted to catalog this and kind of do a little diary and a vlog, show you that this is day 1. And so I would imagine this is going to be a 6-month to a year journey, and that's fine, but I'm really enjoying it. I love the food, and the main thing is I'm full, and that's very important because when you're hungry, that's when you graze, that's when you snack, that's when you eat bad things. And this diet, it's called Bright Lines because it's 3 bright lines to what you should be doing. So no sugar, no flour, and you eat 3 meals a day, no snacks. And you're just, like I said, you're just eating the proteins and the fats and the vegetables and the fruits. And you can have cheese and dairy, and so it's not too restricting when you think about it. And I feel like I'm kind of saving my life here, because if I keep going, I'm in my late 50s, so that's not going to be good for me. And my husband's not on board yet, but he only needs about 30 pounds to lose, so he is eating better, and I'm feeling like this will inspire him. So, and he's very supportive. You guys met him. John is awesome. So anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about now. Again, the book is Bright Line Eating. You can get this on Amazon. I think it was $10. And the next thing I'm going to buy is her cookbook. And that'll be great, because then, I'll just have multiple ways to make these foods. So, okay, guys, wanted to tell you about some sales I've had recently. No, they're not $100 sales, but these are sales that I'm happy with. I get enough of them, and that adds up to a lot of money. So the first one is, I sold this Stanford Graduate School of Business laptop bag. I bought this when my hubby and I were living in Boise, like in January. I think I paid $4 maybe for it, and I did have it listed for $20. I took an offer that a person offered me $10. I countered with $14, and they took it. So I'm happy with that. Hey, it takes up space on my shelves, so when I sell something, it's out of here. Room for something else for me to put up there that I've listed. The other thing is a stained glass iron book stand holder. This I bought at that garage sale John and I went to last weekend. I made that video about it. It's beautiful. As soon as I saw it, I snatched that up, because it was a beautiful green mosaic, and I've sold several cookbook / book holder easels, and those always sell for $20-$30. So I knew that was an easy sale. I listed it for $36, got an offer of $20. I countered with $27, and she took it. And it is an international sale. I believe she lived in Canada, I think. So she did pay quite a bit for shipping. I think she was like $80 all in. And she asked me to pack it well, and I did. Well, I was going to anyway. Yeah, but I make sure I pack it very well, especially when it's going international. You really want to make sure it's packed securely, but always with breakables. Make sure you bubble wrap the heck out of that. And I use packing peanuts. I didn't used to use them. I would use just packing paper, but what happens with packing paper is the item moves around, and it breaks in transit. A lot of times I would get things breaking. So now I'm back to packing peanuts. I know they're a pain. I've had them spill all over my office floor. I'm constantly picking them up. They're a pain in the butt. But they keep my breakable items from breaking. So they are important. And I got them free on Facebook Marketplace. I got a whole bunch of them from a lady in Twin Falls, which is about 20 miles from us. And funny story, we go to pick it up. We couldn't find the place. It was like a business. We finally found it. And she gave us, or the guy, I guess her husband, gave us like 6 huge boxes of these peanuts. And we had no idea it was going to be that many. And he had like 20 more, but I couldn't take them. So we had another pickup to make, so we were picking up a piece of furniture I was buying. So what we had to do, John and I had to go to a store and buy some plastic bags, and we spent like a half an hour taking all the peanuts out of the boxes and putting them in bags so we had room to pick up that other item. That was not fun, because some peanuts were blowing in the wind and it was a really cold day. Should have had that on film. Anyway, it's fine. And the good thing is I got big boxes out of it. So that's what I recommend. If you guys need packing supplies, look on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist first. I've gotten plenty of free supplies, packing paper, peanuts. I've gotten boxes, all kinds of things free that I didn't have to pay for. Now, if I don't find any listed, then I just go ahead and go on Amazon or eBay and buy some. But that I would check that out always first. Okay, and the next thing I sold are these mid-century modern. They were Trojan horse head bookends, and they're beautiful. When I saw those, I believe, oh my God, I got them at a thrift store. Just beautiful, shiny, lustrous, just gorgeous. And I know animal stuff sells, and these were gorgeous. And I think I listed them for 40. You know, the lady did offer me lower, but I came back with 30. I've had them maybe just a month and a half, but they do take up room on my shelf. So I offered her 30 and she accepted. So, you know, all of these are offers that people accepted, but you know, they gave me lowball offers and I came back $10, you know, $7 to $10 higher, and they still took them. So, you know, if your buyer really wants the item, they will accept your offer. I don't like the ones that like to go back and forth. It's kind of like a game sometimes, I think, for them. I don't know. It's like, really? And at some point, I just decline them. But, you know, sometimes we come to an agreement where we just, you know, meet in the middle and I'll take the offer. But I was selling, I have something for sale now. I think it's on sale. And on Markdown Manager, and I think I have it at $6, and they offer me $5, and I'm like, really? You can't pay $1? So I decline them. I mean, really, I could find somebody who'll pay $6. It's your business. It's how you want to run it. If you want to accept $5 offers, great. But I don't sell any of my things for $5, $6, $7, $8, and up. You know. But it's how you want to run the business, and it all depends how long you have it listed. You know, if I've had it listed for months, of course I want to get rid of it and I'll take a lower offer. But if I just listed it, which just happens to be fairly often, just list something and somebody comes down $10. Well, no, I'm not going to take that. So I usually give them my counter offer and tell them what I'm willing to take. And I tell them, I just listed the item, I'm not willing to go less. And they either buy it or they don't. But, you know, it's just how you want to run your business, what you decide to do in those situations. Okay, the next one was the Canon Sure Shot I just bought at that thrift store that I just made a video on. It was just a few days ago at my local thrift store, the one that was having a sale. And I bought 2 cameras, the Canon Sure Shot, and then the other one was like a Samsung Fini, I believe. And the Canon Sure Shot did work. It came in the box, it had instructions, it was great. I knew that was going to be a fast sale. I did have it, I believe, for like $38. And I ended up selling it for $30 with an offer. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. I only paid $2.50. So, you know, that's quite a bit of profit there. I want to share with you today. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you like this content, please hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, I would love to hear your comments. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time.